It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome, everybody. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson, with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Man, what a season we've had so far. And on tap tonight, it's the Sacramento Kings going up against the Warriors out in Oakland. And a nice roll continuing right now for Golden State. They split the season series against these guys last season, 2 games apiece. Should be a good one tonight. And tonight, we'll watch De'Aaron Fox, tremendous speed and quickness, even when compared to other point guards, Shaq.
You know, the point guard position in the NBA is stronger than it's ever been. Irons sharpens irons, so I think it'll be special.
Yes, he's speed, and speed does kill. He's a competitor on both ends of the floor. I love this guy.
And with the game just about ready to begin, time to send it to Kevin Harlan with the call.
It's game time in Oakland as the crowds at Oracle Arena look to cheer on the hometown Warriors. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Berry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. The Kings would love to finish off this road trip on a good note. And, of course, Harrison Barnes. It's only his second game with the new team. The coaching staff has been working heavily with him to bring him on board and help him provide that impact they're hoping for.
And speaking of the trade, I spoke to him earlier, and, man, was he excited about getting the opportunity at a fresh start. He thinks he'll be able to get them to that next level, and I'm sure that's what their thought process was when they made the deal.
And before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge on the sideline. David?
Well, Steph Curry is the 2-time league MVP, and Steve Kerr says he's maybe the most impactful offensive player ever. He puts fear into defenses like no one I've ever seen. No one's been able to shoot off the dribble from 35 feet. It changes the entire game. Kevin?
A game changer indeed. DA, thank you. Interconference battle tonight, Brent. You could feel the change in atmosphere when you go up against a rival.
No doubt about it.
It's
and
amazing.
Not only the teams are feeling it, but there's something to the fan bases who understand, these guys. I don't care if we win another game. We want to win this game
one,
tonight.
Yeah. That's important. So Sacramento will get the first possession. All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. On the court for Sacramento. Down low, it's Bagley and Cauley-Stein. Fox is at the point with Hield next to him at the 2. And it's Barnes in at the 3 spot. Thompson inside the line. And the shot no good, a bit short. Here's Sacramento. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
And always tough on the road, but that attack mindset that they brought offensively, I really felt like that set them apart.
Yeah, sometimes when you're pushing the action, you can see some great teamwork, and then all of a sudden the individuals on your team can take over. All of that here tonight.
And so it's the Kings getting on the board first. Cousins, the pass to Durant. Clock at 6. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Tipped away. Curry fires from way outside. The putback, Cousins on the follow.
And the lid's off. They're 1 for 4 to begin this one, but that shot might just get them going.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Fox kicks to Barnes. There's the pass to Hield. The kick out to Barnes. Shot clock at 5. From deep. Hield can't hit.
Really excellent defense there. They know he's capable of knocking it down from the outside, and they could not have played him better.
Cousins trying to free himself up, and it's Green missing.
Those are the types of looks that you got to finish deep in the paint and limited defensive effort.
Sacramento moving it around. Cauley-Stein finds Hield. They get the rebound. He's off on that one.
And right now they're like a light switch in the off position. 1 of 5 so far. Not an ideal start.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Here's Durant, and Kevin Durant with the slam.
And phenomenal basketball instincts by Durant. Picks that one clean and then sends it the other way.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Timeout is called, first of the game for Sacramento.
Well, the Kings entering their second full campaign here without DeMarcus Cousins. Did they get equal value in that trade that they made? Probably not, but they have the flexibility, and they've added to this roster with some young talent, and see if they can make some combinations here work to escape the mediocrity that they're in.
A moment here to see the numbers for Fox. 5th in assists, and he's a defensive ball hawk. You can't let your guard down. Remember, he's 10th in the league in steals per game.
And as you said, dropping dimes at a top 5 pace. He's in total command of his team. They look to him for leadership, and he does not disappoint. Now here's Barnes. 9 points last game. Bagley with the ball. And here is Fox. For the 3. Cousins pulls it in. And the Kings talked about a culture change as they parted ways with Cousins. Brent, do you see it that way?
Well, DeMarcus Cousins was learning and growing. And the interesting thing you go back to is his relationship with Denver Nuggets coach now, Mike Malone. It seemed like they were on a good path, and then a lot of other things happened around this basketball team. So just trying to clear the air, trying to make things fresh and new. They have the new arena. I think that's helping them along. But now it's incumbent on the front office to deliver with this clean slate they have in front of them.
Fox dishes to Cauley-Stein. Healed against Thompson. Healed outside. Over Thompson. And that one goes long.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
They kick it out to Green. Pass to Curry. Back to Green. Feeds it to Cousins. And stolen by Cauley-Stein. Ahead. And it's Bagley that time on the assist by Fox. Bagley's got his second basket.
More and more improved floor awareness for De'Aaron Fox.
Durant, the pass to Thompson. Beyond the arc. Buries the long-range jumper. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Now, here's Fox. He had 16 points in the win against Utah.
You can't forget about all those well-timed swipes either. His timing on the defensive end was simply sublime.
Green against Hield. Over Thompson. Hield can't hit.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
From 17 feet out, again, Golden State.
And this quarter has been all about him. You feel every shot he's going to take is going in.
Thompson comes with the double team. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. You take a look at the Warriors. Things going their way so far in this season. Right now, they lead the pack up front in the first spot with the best record. And, of course, Sacramento, 10 games behind.
And checking out Sacramento, they've basically lived up to the expectations so far this season. And that's not really good news for their fan base, because those expectations only had them on the brink of the playoffs.
Unfortunately, those expectations were right on the money. They just weren't ready to join that elite group of teams at the top of this league. And they're still in the playoff picture, and we all know anything can happen in the postseason.
Cauley-Stein. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Cauley-Stein's got his first 2 points.
Cauley-Stein shooting with confidence that close around the rim.
Curry kicks to Green. Passes it to Thompson. Golden State moving it around. Here's Cousins over Cauley Stein. And there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. Already, Brent, we've seen a changing of the guard of some teams where a new player is now the #1 option.
Well, I expected that this year we were going to have some of this take place. A lot of the reason why I would point to it is that you had 9 new coaches in the NBA this year. So there's going to be opportunity on some of those teams for somebody to take advantage of a new offense, a new way to play, a new way to get up and down the floor. And with that opportunity, some guys are taking full advantage of it.
I love the new opportunities, though, for some players that may have been pushed to the side a bit.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And I like the opportunity maybe for some of these teams to start changing some of the older guard with their squad. Maybe come trade deadline. I think this year there's going to be a lot of movement come February because of those coaching changes.
Here's Curry following the basket by Buddy Hield. Curry kicks to Cousins. Off target from three-point range. And it's Barnes with the ball for Sacramento, trailing by 2. He feeds it to Hield, and stolen by Cousins. Left side Durant, and it falls over the rim and in.
KD defines efficient catch-and-shoot players. Perfectly timed there. Great rhythm off the pass.
Fox passes to Cauley Stein. Here's Bagley, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And it goes on Draymond Green.
You know, when Marvin Bagley entered the league, there were some questions as to which position would he play, but the versatility he brings is special. He can guard a number of positions, score inside and out, and he is a tremendous rebounder.
That's good from Bagley. And one thing you can't question about Bagley, Greg, his intensity level.
As competitive as they come, he's ferocious around the rim. Oftentimes, he looks like he wants it more than anybody else on the floor.
He hits both from the stripe.
And the game Bagley has reminds me a little bit of Chris Bosh, a sweet lefty who plays with force and passion.
Now here's Cousins. Really played well against Portland in his last outing. Here's Durant. The shot off that time. And Sacramento will go the other way with it. They're getting their first look of the season at the Warriors in this one.
2 division rivals facing off tonight. They'll see one another 4 times this season.
Kicks it to Cousins. Outside Durant. Back to Cousins. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Cauley Stein. Bobbed up there for Green. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Pulls up on the wing. The Warriors pull it in. Cousins has got his 6th rebound on the night. The drive by Green. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's Fox, and he uses the glass on the layup. Fox has got his 2nd basket.
And this is what it's all about, guys. The competitive spirit, the energy that we're seeing. This one's got the feeling like it's going to go down to the wire.
And if it does, as evenly as these 2 teams have played here, it's anyone's guess who's going to come out on top.
Here is Durant. After the basket by De'Aaron Fox. Count that one. Durant's got the game tied up here for the Warriors.
Is KD stronger than we think? Probably. Muscling in there.
Here's Fox. Nice D from Cousins.
Well, the D did their job there. Excellent contest to alter the close ranger.
To the middle. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Well, last season was just devastating for DeMarcus Cousins, a big man with an Achilles tear, and that's a tougher injury usually for a heavier or taller player, and DeMarcus is both of those. It happened right before the All-Star break. I hated to see it, but happy he's been able to get back on the road to recovery and hopefully he'll regain his all-star form.
No good on that one. And with Cousins and his Achilles, quite often a very lengthy recovery, and you aren't guaranteed, Brent, to be the same afterwards.
No, I think that's the biggest concern, obviously. The one thing that Cousins has, though, is with his size and strength, that if he can get down the floor, he can still dominate from that position. But yes, I'm with you, Kevin. We all are hopeful that Cousins can have the athletic ability and the mobility that he had prior to the injury.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. A 14-point game for him in the win against the Utah Jazz.
And his scoring is going to get most of the attention, but his rebounding also stood out. He did a lot of glass cleaning in that game.
This break in the action gives us a chance to show you the NBA's current fast break specialists. The Warriors, number one.
You really got to admire their conditioning. I mean, it takes a major commitment to play that fast breaking style, and they are all in.
Shooting two.
And he makes the first. You know, as dominant as DeMarcus Cousins is, he has a tendency to get in his own way and take himself out of games.
Well, we talk so often about other players in the league taking the off season to improve some of their weaknesses within their game. I feel like DeMarcus Cousins in the last 3 years has matured immensely and has been much more in control of his emotions and his approach and maybe finding a new home. There have been some strides in DeMarcus Cousins and his demeanor that I think he should be very proud of.
Here's Livingston. The Kings getting the bucket. Jerebko at the elbow. Count that one. Jerebko's got his first points in this one. Sacramento with the ball. Trailing by 2. Outside Bogdanovich. The wide open look here for Fox. Offline with his 3. And so Cousins will bring it up for Golden State, fresh from a win against Portland.
And I know the defense wasn't great, but yet and still their ability to stay composed was impressive.
Well, it led to a big scoring effort, taking advantage of every weakness. So any possession the defense wasn't aggressive on, they were on the offensive end.
And so here's Sacramento after the Warriors pick up 3.
Looked a little bit forced. No reason for it either. The defense was not even in the frame.
And now the Kings fast break. Here's Fox. Cousins pulls it in. Cousins has got rebound number 8 now on the night.
Now, this just doesn't seem to be his night, or his team's for that matter either. And they got to pull it together here quick, or it's going to be lights out.
Now here's Livingston. He had 10 points in the win against Portland. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Cook kicks to Jerebko, and the Warriors tack on 2 more.
And doing their best to maximize possessions, just staying focused with this lead.
Well, it isn't much, but they've been able to capture some of the momentum of this game and increase their advantage.
The Warriors making a switch here. Bell's checked in. Burks dishes to Fox. 1:22 left in the first quarter of the game. Now here's Bogdanovich. He's covered by Livingston. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, big time putback there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. Iguodala outside. Bell with it. Kufis is there. Second chance effort. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Yeah, checking out some stats for Iguodala. How's the last month of basketball been for him? Averaging 5 points per game, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. And you look at his skill set, and I think it's just a matter of time before he commands a bigger presence on this team.
Yeah, just a bit rough around the edges, GA, but he has the tools. He just needs to sharpen them.
And the first one at the line is good. The Warriors selecting Jordan Bell with the 38th pick in the 2017 draft, a pick they acquired, Brent, from Chicago for cash considerations.
Yeah, a lot of people scratching their heads as to why Chicago wouldn't want a player like Jordan Bell. Well, the Warriors jumped on it, paid for the draft rights to him, and was huge last year, playing in a lot of key moments in the playoffs and in the finals.
And Bell is on a mission to show how special he can be. An athletic, energetic forward who plays with a real passion.
The Kings have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
He's off on the first. Dave Yeager in his 3rd season with the Kings. Before that, 9 seasons, Brent, in Memphis, with 3 of those being the Grizzlies head coach.
Yeah, an interesting end to his time in Memphis as things just kind of went awry between him and management. But the personnel decisions is what it came down to. And he has a fresh start in Sacramento with a very young, very energetic team that needs some direction. Maybe Dave Yeager, the guy to get the job done.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Livingston passes to Bell, and he jams it with authority.
Great vision from Sean Livingston, scanning the floor and finding the man.
Here's Fox. His numbers are looking pretty good. He's got his scoring average up around 18.5 points a game. And there's the foul. It's on Quinn Cook. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. Sacramento shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Well, the quickness of De'Aaron Fox really is incredible. I got a chance to see John Wall early in his career, and it was the speed that we talked about, but speed can kill. And if De'Aaron Fox can control it, he'll be fantastic at creating opportunities for himself and his teammates.
Fox hits them both. 11 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Iguodala. The dish to Livingston. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. And so it's the Golden State Warriors bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. One of the most talented big men in the game, DeMarcus Cousins, talked about his maturation over time.
I've been a player that thought he knew it all. Thought he was the best thing walking, and you know, I think I've humbled myself a lot since then. So, of course, my game has grown, my knowledge of the game has grown, my IQ, but it's just the typical thing from a rookie to, you know, a veteran.
And you know, Greg, you see it on the floor now when Cousins keeps his emotions in check. He's a force on the floor.
And Kevin, that's the key. When he's focused on the game and not the refs, he is almost unstoppable.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And the Warriors, guys, what jumps out to you in this game, stats-wise?
Aggressive defense in that first period. They forced several miscues.
Well, you just start to wonder, how did we get to this score at the end of one? I think those steals really established momentum in their favor.
They've got Bell. Livingston is out there with Cook. And there's Jerebko. And it's Iguodala in at the 3 spot. That's the Warriors 5. Now, here's Bogdanovich. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, the Kings signed some quality vets last season, but when the losses piled up, they decided to go young. Now, the focus is on development. The veterans still have a role, providing steadying presence on the court and in the locker room. Kevin?
David, it certainly is a balancing act. Thanks for that report. Now here's Livingston. He's tightly guarded. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Livingston's got 5 points so far. The Kings trail by 11. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. And Bielitsa kicks to Fox. Here's Burks. It's rebounded by Golden State. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. That will complete this 4-game homestand. Iguodala dishes to Bell. That one falls, coming off Iguodala's feed. He has 6.
Well, the defense didn't alter that one at all. Bell had a good look at it and stayed in control.
Fox passes to Burks. Unloads from 13. And he hits the jump shot. And so here is Golden State. Livingston looking for the opening. He kicks it to Iguodala. To the inside. Intercepted. And it's Bogdanovich off the drive. And the shot goes down. Bogdanovich has got his first points of the game.
Nice floater, Bogdanovich. Some room. Got it off. He'll take it. Well, the success of the Warriors is truly built around their culture and their chemistry, and it really starts with Steph Curry. Even though a lot of people argue about Kevin Durant being their best player, their most important player has been Steph. Just a great joyful approach to the game, and it rubs off on the entire organization. And I think what I'd like to see from him in this quarter is getting going from the perimeter. Hit a 3 in the first, nothing in the second.
Warriors leading by 9. Livingston finds Iguodala. Fast break, here we go. Bogdanovich wide open. And a miss there on the triple. The Warriors have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. And that blend of joyfulness and competitive spirit, something that Steph Curry and his coach, Steve Kerr, you know, Brent, they share that in common.
Yeah, think about just how humble they are, how gracious they are, how much they're willing to take the time on a daily basis to do things for others, not just themselves. So you have the Warriors with some key values in place that they don't stray from all that often.
Now Fox, after the missed 3 from Iguodala. Fox kicks to Burks. Shot clock at 6. Fires for 3. The rebound by Cook. And it's Cook with the ball for Golden State. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. In the corner, Iguodala with it. To stop the drought, back to Cook. That's tipped. And now Sacramento on the break. Fox leading the charge. It's Bielitsa. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. The question mark for De'Aaron Fox coming into the league was his jump shot, Brent, and his lone season at Kentucky, 21% from the three-point line. That climbed over 30% as a pro.
Well, hopefully he just has progression as a shooter in the league, and that'll be a major impact on just how far De'Aaron Fox's career goes, and if maybe one time in the Western Conference he'll participate in the All-Star game.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Green, he's checked in for Jerebko. Durant comes in for Andre Iguodala. Klay Thompson, he's checked in for Sean Livingston. And Steph Curry subbed in for Cook. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And there's the foul that goes against Sacramento.
They can't get too physical with Bell. That's only going to get you in a little bit of trouble.
We've heard Coach Steve Kerr say the power forward position, as we knew it, is disappearing. You could say that maybe about the center position, too.
I don't want to say that about the center position. What I want to tell you, Kevin, and in my humble opinion, is that the center position has changed.
It's evolving.
So, yeah, I don't want to say that it's just disappeared, because there are players out there that are playing that position and doing a lot of the things that you would qualify as center-centric, screening, going down to the block, rim running to the post, being an option down low. but it's definitely changed.
But now we're seeing him go out and defend smaller guys in the perimeter, taking threes, and that's what's weird for your eyes to just kind of absorb what's going on.
Well, it's weird to absorb not only that and what those players individually are asked to do, but when you're at a game and you're sitting in the stands and all of a sudden you see 5 guys that are outside the three-point line. I mean, go back to a game in the 80s. It's the exact opposite. It was like, you know, a bunch of ants on top of a lost candy bar sitting in the lane, gnawing at one another.
Right.
It's just changed. So the center position, not disappeared, just changed.
Bagley with the bucket.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Healed against Thompson. Pass to Green. Kicks to Curry. Durant in the corner. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Durant's got 9 points.
Wow, just makes that look so easy.
The pass to Bagley. Back to Fox. Trying to break that ice-cold streak, and it's good on the way in. Fox has got his 3rd basket of the night.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Curry kicks to Durant. Throws it up high. Lays it in off the pretty alley-oop. And the Warriors lead by 9.
Such an agile and mobile big man. Tough to stick with Jordan Bell when he's slashing like that after setting a good hard screen.
Fox passes to Cauley-Stein. To the middle. Stolen by Thompson. Pass to Green. Passes to Durant. Outside Curry. Here's Green. And the layup's good off the glass. And it's an 11-point Warrior lead.
Draymond Green with only one thing on his mind when he gets that close, and that's collecting 2 points.
Fox passes to Bagley. That shot off the mark.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Now he's torching the D right now, hitting a high percentage of all the shots he's let fly.
Healed outside. Pass to Barnes. Back to Healed. And Thompson sends it back.
Clay is a very good positional and on-ball defender, but him getting to a block shot like that, that's impressive.
DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Jordan Bell. And a change for Sacramento. Koufos is checked in. Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
Well, you wonder how much of the Kings' scoring struggles are really self-inflicted. Either guys sped up on possessions or trying to make too much happen on their own. Last season, the league's 3rd best shooting percentage from long range, but they were bottom 3 in terms of their 3-point attempts.
Shot from the inbound. Here's Healed. He had 22 points in the win against the Utah Jazz.
Loved his passing tonight as well. He was just cutting the defense to pieces out there.
Curry's shot is good.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And the Kings last season playing the league's slowest pace. Brent, does that surprise you given their youth and athleticism?
Well, it does if I look at their draft pick in De'Aaron Fox, who might be one of the fastest players in the game. So maybe something that they address this year is trying to speed up play just a little bit. It's a no-brainer to get Fox out in the open court.
Barnes dishes to Fox. Kings moving the ball around.
Trying to come back, Kevin, and you can't afford too many mistakes. His 4th turnover hampering their efforts.
Out to the right wing. Here's Bagley. Sacramento again missing. Here's Golden State. They're on a 13-4 run right now. Green, no luck.
Yeah, just misjudged the layup. Defense has to be better. Very fortunate there.
Fox against Thompson. Fox kicks to Bagley. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's on DeMarcus Cousins.
Now, last season's championship round, the 4th straight time that the Warriors faced off with the Cleveland Cavaliers. It's the first time in North American sporting history that has ever happened in the major 4 sports. And once again, the Golden State Warriors brought the trophy back to the Bay Area.
And the first one at the line is good. Brent, next to the 1975 banner, the Warriors unfurling yet another championship banner. And when you look at the journey for this franchise, Brent, what comes to mind?
Well, I think about how many things for them just lined up perfectly, Kevin. The general manager being from the Bay Area, being in tune with what goes on in the city, and then the timing of the decision for Steve Kerr to be choosing between joining the New York Knicks and him choosing not the East Coast but the West Coast to build this empire. It's been pretty remarkable ever since those decisions were made, what the Warriors have built around the NBA game with those 2 guys in place.
The Kings trail by 14. Fox passes to Hield. And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That's his first foul. On defense, the Warriors. Here's Koufos. Powered down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
And really nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shaving a couple more points off that lead right away.
Yeah, they should bring out a big razor right now, Kevin. A great start, an aggressive move to show they're not going to lay down.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Yeah, when your opponent's down and frustrated, this is when you could turn it up.
Now, here's Bagley. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Utah.
And we have to mention his rebounding. It wasn't all about the offense. He battled his tail off down low.
The long arm of the law. Durant is not a premier shot blocker, but you wouldn't know it from that play.
Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. Cousins has got 3 assists now in this one.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Now here's Hield. He has 5. Here's Fox, and the rejection by Cousins.
Well, offensively, you better respect the reach of DeMarcus Cousins. Terrific at getting a hand on that one and swatting it away.
Here's Cousins. 17-point lead, their biggest. And De'Aaron Fox gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. 1:56 left in the first half of basketball. Here's Durant, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now here's Barnes. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And the dunk by Barnes.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Here's Thompson. 20 points for him last game against Portland. Green, no luck. Bagley with the ball. Working on Green. Bagley with the bucket.
Well, if they're going to win this game, he's going to require just a little bit of help. Many of the shots he's taking are finding the hoop.
Curry finds Green. Durant in the corner. Back to Green, over Barnes, and there's Green on the assist by Durant. And the Warriors lead by 17.
Well, Green keeping a good focus on the way up, beating the defense that time.
Fox passes to Hield. Dishes to Bagley. There's the pass to Koufos. Shot clock at 5. Barnes outside. Here's the 3. Cousins pulls it in. Cousins has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Curry kicks to Thompson. He dishes it to Durant. And there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
Well, that is automatic. Durant, one of the better mid-range shooters in the game.
Pass to Barnes. Over Durant. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Warriors lead by 19. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Coach Dave Yeager. Coach, what is going to be the focus offensively going into the second half?
Well, we try to go inside. You know, that's our strength anyways. And for us, you know, our bread is buttered inside, so we try to play high-low. And then if the threes come out of that, great, but we want to try to get everything to the rim.
Coach, it all starts with that entry pass to the big, and then everybody plays off of him. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, Hoop fans. NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. EJ, Shaq, Jet. Kevin Durant was on fire in the first half. He had 16 points, 2 assists, and 1 steal. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
Well, that one guy, Kevin Durant, he's okay. Took a lot of flack for leaving OKC, and we've all discussed that. But whether you disagree or agree with the decision, you got to agree with this. The way he's playing tonight, his performance is outrageous.
Shaq, what's your take on Sacramento?
Sloppy ball, way too many wasted possessions, chucking up threes, missing them. I could hit more threes than that, Ernie. I hope they're talking right now about getting the ball inside, because that's what it's going to take. If they were hitting more threes, it'd be a different story. But if was a fifth, Ernie, you know the rest.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side.
My brother.
Picturesque Lake Merritt, the scene there as we welcome you back to Oakland. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
Yeah, and through 2 quarters, he's been lights out. And you know he's going to look to add to those totals.
And defensively, hard to force him out of the rhythm at this point because he has a number of ways with which he can beat you.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Getting underway here in the second half. Here's the 5 for Dave Yeager. Fox is at the point with Hield next to him at the 2. Down low, it's Bagley and Cauley-Stein. And it's Barnes in at the 3, the small forward. Green deciding where to go with it. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Offensive rebound. Curry dishes to Cousins. But they recover it.
A good job by Cousins on the catch-and-shoot game there, establishing that rhythm, catching the ball, and had some flow with that.
Fox passes to Bagley. Back to Fox. Durant with the steal. The drive by Green throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. Harrison Barnes picks one up.
Yeah, I think in his mind he knew the contact was coming, focused, stayed in control, and got it.
And Draymond Green, an extremely vocal leader. He's in his teammates' ears, always trying to keep them on edge, also in his opponent's ears as well. And then there's the officials. He tends to like to get in their ears as well.
And Draymond Green, Greg, has been among the league leader in technicals. If you're one of his teammates or his coach, do you try to get him to dial it back?
You know, his greatest strength can probably also be his greatest weakness. That fire and motivation, really second to none. But I'd be careful not to hamper that enthusiasm.
Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Fox against Curry. And Willie Cauley-Stein gets the whistle that time. That's his third foul of the game. Passes it to Green. Over Bagley.
Able to guard multiple positions. Bagley's athleticism and speed helps a ton on this end.
Lets it go from 14. And that one hits back iron. And the call will be against Marvin Bagley. That is his first foul of the game. And so Cousins will bring it up for Golden State. They lead by 24, their biggest margin. Back to Curry, shoots over Fox.
Fox is so good on the offensive end with his quickness. Why not use it on the defensive end? He did there.
Here's Durant.
Wow. Well, there's some explosiveness inside Kevin Durant. He shows it off there.
And that was an Unleash Chaos replay, courtesy of Under Armour, wreaking havoc at the rim. Pass to Bagley. Fox against Curry. Fox kicks to Barnes. 6 to shoot over Green and misses it off the right side of the rim.
Well, his struggles are consuming the rest of the team here tonight. He's got to find his rhythm and find it fast.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
In recent seasons, Draymond Green's three-point percentage has tailed off a bit. Brent, is that a cause for concern?
It'd be a cause for concern if the three other guys around him weren't burying threes the way that they do. So not too much. Draymond Green does so much more on the floor that, you know, making threes are pretty much a cherry on top of all the defensive things that he does to disrupt, all the playmaking things he does to get guys involved. So he's a very unique player.
Free throw good, Green.
And Draymond Green is a great role player on the offensive end on the floor and makes guys around him better because he's willing to make plays and passes. And then he's got that commitment, that tenacity on the defensive end as well.
Bielitsa, he checks in for Sacramento. Bogdanovich comes in for De'Aaron Fox. You love a good mid-range game. We don't see it that much, but I know you have a couple guys you think have a pretty strong mid-range game.
You know, Chris Paul still has dominated the mid-range, Kevin. It was interesting because him joining the Houston Rockets, who it's all about threes and layups. Daryl Morey, I think, recognized we need somebody that can come off the pick and roll and make those kind of plays happen, not only at the rim for Capella, but shoot it himself. So Chris Paul still dominates in the mid-range. Kawhi Leonard has shown some skills at the mid-range, even though last year, obviously, just 9 games. He's still a dangerous weapon. It'll be interesting to see if that's still part of his arsenal for this season. And then C.J. McCollum has been one of the best mid-range scorers in the league for the Portland Trailblazers over the past couple of seasons.
And usually teams go on runs, and it comes from a lot of layups and dunks, but not now.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
Now, Klay Thompson, another one of those sons of former players. I wonder what that's like. Michael Thompson, his dad, the #1 overall pick many years ago, and Klay had the ball in his hands, obviously, at a very young age, and he taught the shooting form to Klay, which looks pretty perfected at this point.
Jerebko's checked in for the Warriors. Alec Burks checked in for Sacramento. Launches a three. Good on the triple. Burks has got 5 now.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
And despite all the encouragement from his father, Klay said he didn't envision a pro career until late in college.
Well, he certainly wasn't a top recruit coming out of high school. So here's a little trivia for you, Kevin. Alongside Luke Walton and his father, Big Red Bill Walton, Klay and Michael Thompson, the only father-son NBA duo with multiple titles apiece. I just got one.
It's stolen by Jerebko. It's Durant with the drive, and no good. Now Sacramento takes it the other way. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. For Sacramento, they have scored 6 points from their 8 attempts at the line so far.
Two shots.
First free throw is good. With the Timberwolves' playoff appearance last season, Brent, in 2018, the longest playoff drought in the NBA now held by the Sacramento Kings.
Yep, 12 seasons for the Kings on the outside looking into the playoffs, and in that time their one-loss record, they've won just 35% of their games. So fans hoping that the Kings can crown off a season by getting themselves into the playoffs.
Here's Bielitsa, defended by Durant. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Curry way outside. The basket good off the assist from Durant. Durant's got 5 assists tonight.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
Burks the pass to Bielitsa. Here's Bogdanovich. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. And it's the Warriors' ball. They're on a 17-7 run. Curry is inside. Burks covering. Cousins no good. And so it's Burks bringing it up now for Sacramento. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game. They start a 3-game homestand with that game. And Bielitsa kicks to Bogdanovich. The pass to Cauley-Stein. Clock at 4. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Cauley-Stein's got his second basket of the game.
Athleticism on display in that particular play as Cauley-Stein has some great mobility and drove in to get those points.
Now here's Durant. 20 points for him to the paint. Here's Thompson. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Thompson's got 14.
Well, whether it's from the three-point line or the top of the key, it's repeatable from Klay Thompson. Beautiful jumper.
Here's Bielitsa, defended by Durant, and the rejection by Cousins. And the Warriors with some changes. Jordan Bell's checked in for Cousins. Livingston comes in for Klay Thompson. And Quinn Cook subbed in for Steph Curry. So it's Sacramento now. Here's Cauley-Stein. Second chance shot. Pass to Giles. His first shot coming late. That misses off the backboard.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Cook dishes to Urebko. Here's Livingston. Makes it off the glass. He has 7.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D-thinking jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
Back to Burks. He kicks to Bogdanovich. Takes a 3. Hits the three-point bomb. Bogdanovich has got his second bucket tonight.
How about that touch, Bogdanovich? That time from way out.
Here is Cook. He is covered by Bogdanovich. Cook, the pass to Livingston. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Burks for 3. Rebounded by Bell. Golden State's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Cook kicks to Livingston. Pass to Bell. Just 5 to shoot. To the middle. Here's Durant. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Durant's got 6 here in this quarter. Now Burks. He has 5. Pass to Giles. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. It's good from long range. Bogdanovich has got 8 points.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Cook looking it over. Outside Durant. Shoots the 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Durant's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Yeah, you would think a coach might have talked to his defense about making the adjustment on him, but right now he's just lighting him up.
Did you ever think, Brent, that we'd see this many players, 6'10", 6'11", 7-footers, handling the ball and shooting like we're seeing them shoot from that kind of distance?
I'm hopeful for it. I've been hopeful for it, and it doesn't surprise me about what the league is. This is a very select group of people that have the right combination of DNA and genetics, and the fact that these guys are more and more capable with their skill set, not a surprise to me, Kevin.
So fun to watch, too. My goodness.
And since they've come out of halftime, they've been extremely poised and very efficient.
Yeah, I think they have been winning the battle of shot selection here in the second half, and that's led to an excellent shooting percentage from the field.
And Sacramento has possession, following the score by Golden State. Now here's Burks. He has 5. Drains it from beyond the arc. Burks has got 6 points in the quarter.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
Cook kicks to Livingston. And there's the pass to Bell. Now here's Livingston. Over Bogdanovich. Sacramento grabs the miss. Kufis has got his 4th rebound in this one. It's stolen by Bell. Durant, the pass to Bell. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Bell's got 11.
Yeah, sometimes it's like Bell enjoys finishing through the contact, proving he's up to the NBA challenge.
Here's Burks, and the layup falls.
And so far going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
Durant with it. 25 points in the game. And here's Livingston. Kicks it to Cook. Shot clock at 3. Over Burks. Sacramento grabs the miss. Poked away. It's stolen by Livingston. Cook dishes to Livingston. And that's out of bounds. Golden State will retain possession.
And looking now at some numbers for Bogdanovich. How's the last month of basketball been for him? Putting up about 10 points a night, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. And he's putting in the effort, and you can see him getting better with time.
So many little things that you have to learn to grow as a player. He's just going through a bit of that process right now.
And defensively, you've got to make a greater effort working over the screens.
Yeah, it's a bit of a lazy play right there. You're hoping that the guy misses the shot without really doing your job in challenging it.
Now, here's Kufis. Baseline try. Got a piece of it. And he recovers it. Good on the shot. Here's Iguodala. 1:10 left in the third quarter of the game. Pass to Cook. Over in the corner, Green. Over Bagley. Sacramento grabs the miss. Kufis has got 5 rebounds tonight.
And still looking for his shot. Somehow they're winning, but they'd like to get him going.
They get it back. It's stolen by Green. Livingston finds Iguodala. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Livingston.
Well, Iguodala setting up, getting that good, strong base. He becomes a much better shooter when he does that.
Healed outside. 6 feet out, and it's blocked. And so it looks like the Kings will retain possession here. The Warriors making a switch here. Cousins is checked in. That's a 2 from Heel. DeMarcus Cousins comes up with the rebound. Cousins has got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. They kick it out to Green. A 3-ball. Barnes grabs the miss. Barnes has got 6 rebounds now in the game. To the wing on the left. Bagley with a wide open look. Hits the jumper in space. Bagley's got 14.
And I tell you what, when Bagley plays with energy, it is difficult trying to stop him. Awesome at just staying on the attack.
And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for the Golden State Warriors. He's at the quarter-century mark, 25 points for him in this game, as they have looked to him over and over to make things happen. Back to the action after this word. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Looney out there with Jones. Then there's Iguodala. Then there's Livingston. And it's McKinney and it's small forward. That's the Warriors 5. Jones, the pass to Livingston. It's good. Livingston's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Warriors.
And have to defend better in the paint. They just let him set up way too deep.
Well, he's going to punish you down there if you're not more physical than he is, and look for them to go right back to that play.
And that one's good. Barnes.
Now, to give a ton of credit to the screener there, that was a perfect pick to give his teammate the space to knock down the shot.
Now here's Livingston, guarded by Mason. Livingston kicks to McKinney. Pass to Iguodala. Just 5 to shoot. To the inside. And now Sacramento on the break. And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
Certain guys can play within themselves and still dominate. You played along one of the best that you saw up close in Tim Duncan.
One of the things I think about with Tim is how many numbers he left on the board, Kevin. The way that Coach Popovich played him, minimal minutes, touches when needed most, where Tim usually came through, but how much more dominant he truly could have been.
And he didn't care about numbers, did he?
Not at all. He cared about one number, and that's putting W's on the board. But how many more things Tim Duncan would have led categorically in the history of the NBA at the power forward position, but overall, the numbers would have been staggering.
And he can't hit the second. Greg, you look at the lineup for the reigning champs. When healthy, this team starts 5 all-star players at every position.
And even with Boogie coming back from a devastating injury, this team is scary. People immediately called it the best team ever assembled. Credit the front office, but the Warriors players still have to prove they are the best ever on the floor this season.
Farrell kicks to Mason. Barnes looking around from the line, and it's Looney with the rebound. They've shared the load offensively.
And guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively.
Here's Iguodala over Mason, and it's Sacramento with the rebound. Barnes has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here is Mason. He's covered by Livingston. Kufis finds Barnes. Warriors with the rebound.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
You hear a lot about rim protection. This is a good example of how valuable it can be.
McKinney passes to Iguodala. To the left side wing. To end the drought. McKinney, no good. For Sacramento, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Unhindered, going all the way. Pull-up jumper. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Here's a look at what's coming up now for the Sacramento Kings. On Sunday, they'll be matching up against Rudy Gobert and the Utah Jazz. Then on Thursday, they'll be playing against Lou Williams and the Los Angeles Clippers.
And that game against the Pacers, there aren't many other meetings that are as evenly matched as this one. Both teams can give and take punches, and this one, I think, is going to come down to the wire.
Ranked first in assists for 4 consecutive seasons, Brent. Are these Warriors the best passing team in NBA history?
Well, by the numbers, you would say yes. Assist rates that exceed even the Showtime Lakers back in the early and mid-'80s. Also, this team has been first in offensive efficiency for 3 straight years. I mean, it's been remarkable. So not only the best passing team, but maybe the best offense of all time.
Farrell gets the bucket.
And when the D is this non-existent, it's pretty easy for shooters fishing with dynamite.
Now here's Livingston. He's guarded closely. There's the dish to Jones. That drops and it comes off the assist from Livingston. Livingston's got 4 assists in the game. Farrell kicks to Barnes. To the inside, Williams. Excellent D that time from Jones.
Just tentative in the paint, lacking a little bit of confidence, allowed the defender to recover and contest that shot.
Here's Livingston, and there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
Great form on the Livingston jump shot there. He knows he's got the green light in the mid-range.
Iguodala against Mason. Here's Farrell. They are now showing NBA games in virtual reality. You and I have actually seen some examples of that. They can recreate almost any angle. Have you gotten a headset?
I haven't gotten a headset, Kevin, but I have watched it. You and I have talked about it several times.
Many times.
It's an amazing experience, and it will only get better. But I really think about if I was a kid growing up in Germany or Italy, and I had an opportunity to pull on a pair of goggles and to watch the game's greatest players from a seat at half court or the cameras that they set up underneath the goal at either end. What a fantastic way to be enveloped by the NBA game.
It's a cool view.
It's a very cool view, and it's only going to get better.
Yeah. Giles checked in for Sacramento. Sacramento's gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17. Here's Farrell. He's covered by Livingston. Giles kicks to Williams. Pass to Mason. Just 5 on the clock. A second chance effort. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
Iguodala demonstrating his defensive prowess yet again. Superb reach on that block.
Sacramento making a switch here. Burks is checked in. Warriors have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Livingston finds Iguodala. And Jones now atop the key. The pass to Livingston. Players are talking about the new sports science. Better sleep, recovery after lifting, playing, traveling, whatever it is. They say it's making a difference. What do you think?
I think it only makes a difference if the guys put it into practice, Kevin. Like as much information as they can hand out in a team meeting and sort of give you directives about how it is you should rest and when it is you can get your sleep. Players won't see those benefits unless they're as disciplined as they are with trying to get better in the offseason as they are with making sure that they get proper rest to be at their athletic best for competition.
Iguodala kicks to Livingston. McKinney passes to Jones. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Up by a bunch. He's still pushing the action, trying to impose his will.
Well, collectively, they've done it tonight here. A passionate performance from the squad.
Bielitsa, he's checked in for Sacramento.
One shot, find the lanes.
And that one falls for Jones.
And good job bringing that free throw percentage up here in the second half. Doing a great job at the line.
Burks against Iguodala. Poked away. Out of bounds. Sacramento will take possession. Iguodala with the steal. Now here's Livingston. Burks covering. Jones dishes to Livingston. In the corner, Iguodala with it. 6 to shoot. It's stolen. And even 3-on-3 break. Pass to Farrell. Commissioner Adam Silver has balanced his comments between wanting parity, Brent, and recognizing there are always going to be super teams. Is there middle ground there?
Is there middle ground?
I don't know.
I don't think so. You would like to have some of the teams just be more competitive than they are, but some of the creative, circuitous routes that teams have taken to put themselves into position to get better, younger talent has decimated.
What do you call that?
I don't have a term for it.
Okay.
I don't like the one that's used, so I don't have a term for it. Let's just call it setting yourself up for the future, Kevin.
Looking ahead.
Yes, exactly. So I just don't think you'll ever get it. You do hope that some of the starving franchises do have some success for the fans who have just, they've had to bear a lot. So you root for them.
Burks finds Williams. Farrell looking around. 6 on the shot clock. Ball's knocked loose from deep. But they'll get another chance. Can they get it? They get it again. Passes it to Bielitsa. Here's the three. Knocks down the three ball.
Well, in this day and age, big men shoot more and more three-pointers, and he's fully capable of a triple.
And it's Troy Williams with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
Kufis checked in for Troy Williams. Now here's Livingston, guarded closely. Here's Bell. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
You got to make an effort to keep Bell out of the paint. Good at finishing around the rim.
To the paint, here's Giles, and he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man, and he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
Cook kicks to Jones. Now Bell. Down low. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Tipped away. Cook, the pass to Bell. On the wing, it's Iguodala. It's hauled in by the Kings. Kufis has got his 6th rebound on the night.
And they still need to step up just a little bit. They have the lead, but he needs to find himself out there.
And the call will be against Sean Livingston. That's his 4th foul of the contest. Giles kicks to Kufis. It's stolen by Jones.
Well, a little head scratcher there, guys. There's no reason to force the ball inside like that. I understand the thought process, but the pass just has to be better.
Here's Farrell. That one doesn't go. Great D that time from Iguodala. And so it's Iguodala. He'll bring it up for the Golden State Warriors.
A game like this is showing the world just how unique the skill set is of Jordan Bell.
Sacramento's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on 3-point attempts here in the 4th. Here's Giles, defended by Jones, and it's Giles missing. Livingston passes to Cook. Inside, another steal. Pass to Burks. Here's Giles. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Well, the Kings are certainly in full rebuild mode, adding to this roster with a bunch of young talent. Last season, a bottom 3 team in both offense and defense, and a bottom 4 in rebounding. So plenty of room to make strides this year.
Gentlemen, truth shots, roof shots.
First one falls for him. And the Kings looking to develop their young players. Coach Yeager with a deep rotation.
Well, last season it was interesting. If you look at the minutes totals, there was no player that played more than 28 minutes a game. So multitude of players getting tons of opportunities. And they added some veterans in the locker room to try to help those guys along and provide some mentorship.
So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. Do you think it seems like young players are more receptive to stints in the G League than they were in the past?
I feel that way.
Seems
Kevin,
that way, yeah.
Like the stigma of what was used to be the D League, and maybe it was because those were the grades that I had, that you felt a little weird about it. But now that it's the G League, and now that, like we talked about, almost half the players last year had some kind of touch with the G League, I think that stigma has mostly gone away.
Are you saying you were a G student?
Well, when I gave my mom my report card, she said, gee, you got 4 A's.
The feed to Bell. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
And this is how you close out a game, not taking any chances.
Yeah, you gotta be relentless in this game or the tide can turn on you. Not here, not tonight.
And the pass to Bielitsa. Clock at 6. Back to Burks. Shoots over Livingston with the tip. It's good on the putback.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Now here's Iguodala. He kicks to Cook. It's Bell on the wing. Back to Cook. Beyond the arc. That one no good. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. DeMarcus, great movement and great passing from you out of the post. Was that a focus tonight?
Yeah, and that's something Coach been telling me to do, and some of my teammates as well. Just go out there and set the tempo And if I start sharing the ball, the team will kind of follow behind. So.
Yeah, they follow your lead in every way. Congrats on the win. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.